Good evening. Video is for Saturday morning, and it's me, Psychic Violetta. Even I hardly can recognize myself today. I had very bad day at the dentist. Not bad. It was good day, but I was so much in pain. But I was brave, and we did the session 2 hours and 10 minutes. I came home, I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't fall asleep because the pain was still there, because I can't take the painkiller, the shots. I'm allergic to it. So it was experience. And the announcement is that if you would like to participate in half-an-hour reading donated by Janet and Tom Burke, they bought those readings in advance. Please write your comments, and Wednesday, this time Wednesday, because I need to go Monday to see my accountant. Wednesday I will be doing live stream, and Cheryl is in Edmonton, so not in Edmonton. Cheryl is working on the election, so I will do that on Wednesday, and we will announce who is the person who will get the reading. Okay, I'm starting with my questions, and today will be Trump's crypto coins. That was a question from private reading. Trump promised to put prices down. How his followers feel about that? Those questions I will be answering. What the billionaires are thinking about Trump. Melon is accusing people to be paid to protest against him. What will happen in August 15? I answered that on Wednesday, but I think I have to spend a little bit more time. Will the interest rates be the same in Canada, or up or down? And will the Supreme Court revoke Trump's immunity? Who will be the next our Prime Minister of Canada? Tariffs USA and China. Okay, so I had the reading with lady from England on Wednesday, and she is always into cryptocurrency. I know her for many years, and we were talking about this, and she asked me about different ones, but out of blue I said the meme coin, Trump's meme coin, will go up, but don't be greedy. If you will keep your eyes open and remove money as fast as possible, then you might have some money back, because there will be a day that he will crash and everything will be down to the zero. Like all his businesses will go down to the drain. But not yet. He's still in the power, so I will pull 3 cards. And because that one I answered during the private reading. Yeah, you have to watch like a little baby. Eventually it will go away, and so many people will be heartbroken. Right now that crypto coin is doing well, really well, 2.7 billion, because so many people are giving him bribes money, and that's the reason it's doing so well, but not for too long. I don't know how it's long or not, but it could be even an accident on the plane, so something will go down. And that's today when I was watching TV, they said that the Mean coin is very high. It's going up because so many people, so many countries even are sending him money that way. In last year, London promised to put prices down. How do his followers feel about that? Well, they are still dancing around him. So he is still the hero. But by summer, they will be going away. So and leaving him behind. So it is not that they have to feel the hole in the pocket to stop being the believers in him. But right now, you think, my gosh, who is still on his side? Most people over 54% is on another side, but there are still 27% are still on his side. They will have to protect themselves as well. What he will put here, they will receive as well. And cutting on work, on everything. So that will affect them as much as the people who are already seeing that. Democrats are more aware what's going on. They are not in love with him, and that's the reason they are seeing things in different colors. Cheryl Fox admits economic disaster as Trump out of energy and of ideas. Will that backfire on Trump? And I saw the shaman from January 6th. You were that guy with the horns and so on. Well, it will affect him, but he is a unique creature. They will still forget him. So folks will still be making money of showing him like a showman. And for a while, I'm not seeing that will be a big effect. He will be financially, and he will be fighting with them. And eventually, folks will feel we can't do that anymore. So there will be a time for everything. It's not yet. It's so hard to believe that they are still on his side, but they want to make as much money of his popularity. And he is, as you remember when we saw the first time Shaman on January 6th, we thought, what a cuckoo guy. But now he wanted to be even a representative of the Texas. So he did not that bad for himself. He went to prison, but he's still. I'm talking about prison. George Santos went today to prison. Got not today, but he got the verdict today. 7.2 and 7.25 years to be in prison. Colorful figure, and Cheryl make a comment. Oh, he will be popular behind the bars. So I was joking. It's for entertainment only that he has to watch when he will be using soap, so the soap wouldn't go on the floor. I know this is not for kids. I pull for cards. Big change in his life. But yeah, he will be creative there as well. He will feel very important and sleeping, probably not by himself too much. Who knows? And Melon is accusing Protestants of being paid. So that some people are paying so much money for those protesters to go every Saturday and write the private posters, and that's paid. What the imagination this guy has. So why is he disconnected from the truth? And he's living in some kind of bubble, so protected, so unrealistic. So he likes to feel like a victim, like Don. They both wants to feel victimized, so that way they can blame others because they can't blame themselves. And even Melon thinks that he's not popular anymore in the White House. He thinks that it's time for him to get out from there because his businesses are losing so much money. It is a battle, and it will be a battle for him. He will have to work hard again to regain some money, and he thinks that he still will be in a hot seat. But if he will lose too much money, Don wouldn't have any use for him. There is more billionaires that he will be after, and losing 71% of the value of his car company, that's not a good thing. Kathy McLaughlin. Thank you, Kathy. You asked the question, and I didn't know that it was Baba Wonga that was the one who unanswered that question many years ago. Baba Wonga was the psychic, famous psychic from, I think, Romania. And there was a sandstorm when she was a little girl, and she lost her vision. The sand went into her eyes, and she was, as a child, not knowing how to clean it, and she lost her. She was poor girl from the village, but she had really good psychic abilities, and a lot of prominent people were coming to her, and she was saying as it is. She was not kind one way or another. She was just telling them things, and she was still seeing visions without having eyes. Like, I'm joking, I see more when I close my eyes. The same thing was with her. She was seeing things with her eyes closed. Thank you, Kathy. And ask question on Wednesday, Kathy asked that. So Brooke noticed that, and she wanted me to be more open. I saw a ring being open, being like circle being cut, symbol of a ring. You know, when your body is swelling, sometimes the hands will swell. People have to go to emergency, and they will cut the ring. And so that's a symbol of breaking up, of the vows, of the wedding, because some women will be wearing the ring for many years. I'm always pulling my rings, but like my mom was always wearing wedding band, and so it's like grew over, and she couldn't get through her finger because she had arthritis, so her bones became much bigger. If she wanted to take, she had to cut it off. And once some lady was going for operation, and they said, we have to cut it because you might be in danger to not lose your finger. So that sometimes it's. And when I closed my eyes today, I saw a soldier in the uniform, little house in front of him. So probably he will be leaving for some army event, and then it was like flash, like explosion, but symbol of diversion, of separation. And I'm thinking a lot about that continent of Africa will be separated. I don't know if that will be the same time. I never like to give time, but she said the life on Earth will be never the same. So something will happen, and maybe nuclear explosion or something like that. I'm just trying to understand Baba Wonga's vision. She said that very strongly. She was very much on the pedestal, and there will be some battle. We will have to be forced to be exposed to some battle. Mars is asking, not the planet Mars, but the person is asking if the interest rates will stay the same or up or down in Canada. And I saw, those ferries, but they were primitive ferries over the lake or over the river from one place to another, symbol of maybe ships of moving goodies from one place to another. So this will be related to the trades, to the communication between other countries. And because this picture was very primitive, the guy is, not using motor, he is just using the hands. So I think we will go for the harder time, more primitive time that we experienced before, and I don't think they will let us to have better rates. It will be harder and harder to move forward because there will be shortages of everything if China is going to keep their, they are right now winning. Don Don is panicking, dancing like a monkey on the court, but it's nothing that we can do because Trump might withdraw the tariffs from his side, but if China is not going to withdraw their tariffs, we are pooped, and USA as well. So fulfilling the dreams, king of the empire, and a lot of hard work ahead of us. It's not bad, but I'm saying that it might be harder times ahead of us, because if everything will be more expensive, I don't think they will go with the interest rates down. I hope I'm wrong. I hope everything will be better, but I can't tell you something if I'm not believing in it. You know me, I'm not promising you, I was not promising you Biden, and it was not easy for me, but if I'm not feeling something, I'm not going to tell you everything will be wonderful. Patricia Stargess, will the Supreme Court revoke Trump immunity? Long time ago I said that I see this, and this time when I closed my eyes I saw, because I didn't remember what the vision was. After a while you don't remember every vision. And I saw snakes come. He is laying under the tree and the snakes are coming from the ground and attacking him. So eventually snakes are symbol of sins. He will do so many bad things that will eventually be against him. And Supreme Court will have to be one of the part of the government that will have to change the rules, because right now he is taking bribes in cryptocurrency. He is doing so many bad things, and there is no law for him. He thinks he can be above the law. He's telling people what to do. So will Supreme Court reverse the immunity? Yeah, broken relationships. And so far he is feeling that he is the king of the empire of the world. And that was happy ever family, but they will let him go. They will have to put some rules, and it will be not comfortable for them. They will be afraid of their own positions, and they will see that the country is in such a chaos that they are losing those money in the Wall Street, that the country is in turmoil or disarray, whatever you can call this. It's not a good outlook for the country. And that they are the guilty ones, because they gave him the freedom of making any decision, and he thinks, I can do whatever I want to. They said if it's related to governing the country. But Mincoin is not related, but he thinks it is. It's so hard to prove that who is right, who is wrong. Judy B. Who will be the next Prime Minister of Canada? I answered that a while ago because Cheryl wanted to know that as well, and I saw Mark Carney, and it was just few days after he became Prime Minister after Trudeau. So I still believe that he is the one who will be chosen, and we have the election this Monday. Canadians, please go and elect. He will have the power. He is waiting for that ship to come his way, and people will make the decision, and it is positive decision, the safe decision. So Polvier is too much pro-Trump. He had so many connections with the Republican Party, and the Republican Party is not popular in Canada. If he was doing if he will be doing different, if he was playing different cards before, that would be the Conservative who will win. But I don't think he was playing a smart game before. A few weeks ago, I saw Trump. It was related to tariffs with China, and the question was something like how that will go between China and USA. And I said that China will let him to make a fool of himself. I saw a drunk guy dancing on the floor, and his partner left him. She didn't want to have anything to do with him, and he's falling on the floor and trying to get up. No one is giving him hand. So China is not giving him hand. He is saying, oh, we were talking so many times. He's talking like a drunk lunatic. No, they are not talking with him, because they will say that we are talking, we are considering to change the tariffs, and they want him to make completely fool of himself, to be on his knees, and no one is giving him hand from China side, and he is not responsible. Like the drunk dancer, he is mixing steps. He is falling, trying to stand up and falling down again on his face. It's so sad what he calls himself that, and he calls the whole world the drama, because he is a big nuisance in that vision. I'm talking about my vision. Yeah, the heartbroken, the cheating, the being, and he thinks they are cheating because they are not helping him to get what he wants. The negotiations, and he will have to work on it. He will have to negotiate with them, angel of negotiation and angel of temperance. So he will have to go and ask them to cooperate. He shouldn't put the country in that. Like, so many things were not really fault. Melon's acting, Don's acting, it's really dramatic, and the whole country and whole world is suffering. And I had private question by private person. Question was related to measles. Will that be a pandemic? So far, it's epidemic. A lot of people, especially in south of USA, a lot of kids are sick. I told you guys long time ago that I suffer that illness when I was around 13 years old. I was in the camp with so many other kids. It was last day of our camp. Weather was beautiful, and I found about 5 those leaves for good luck. And I thought, oh, so wonderful, I'm so lucky. And we came to the camp, and I told my teacher, I asked the lady if I can go and lay down because I'm not feeling good. And she said, she sent me to the nurse, and the nurse, because we had a nurse on our camp, there was about 150 kids, and she checked my temperature. It was very high. Without telling me, she said, are you packed? Yes. Take a suitcase. And the emergency came in. They took me to the hospital. I knew that I was the only one who ended up, because 3 hours later we were leaving to go home. And my mom was waiting on the train station, and they told her, no, she is in a hospital in Dzierżoniów. And the windows were covered with black fabric, not to damage my eyes. I was in blisters all over my body. I was bleeding with every opening that we have. Even from my eyes, the blood was coming. Yeah, it's horrific illness. If someone has a child, my brothers get injection and they didn't suffer, but I was suffering so much. So it's, and I gave my kids immunity for the first half year probably of their lives, but measles is not like smallpox. My grandfather had smallpox as a child. My mom has resistance, and I had resistance because they checked me. But measles doesn't have that immunity. So please protect your kids. You know, it's scary for people to think that can cause autism. But when I was a kid, everyone was vaccinated and no one had autism. Maybe one person in a few hundred will have. I just knew one in my life, young life. But otherwise, we never met anyone who was autistic, and everyone had injections for measles. So Tessa Ingram, is asking for prayers. She's going to the cardiologist for the high blood pressure. Take care of yourself, Tessa. And Virginia Guffier, Jeffrey Epstein's victim. She committed suicide. So I want you to, if you have anyone in your family who is suffering with depression, please help them. I want you to enjoy your life. Pay attention to others who are suffering with being in a pain inside, because depression is extreme, and we have to pray. Extreme illness. We have to pray for Pope and for peace on the world, for peace in Ukraine and in Gaza. Stay positive. See you Wednesday.